Hi everyone, I'm here to share a few more tips to help us with our Gmail accounts. You notice these icons that Gmail utilizes. We can easily switch these to text by selecting the settings icon over here in the top right hand corner, selecting settings, and scrolling down to the buttons label and changing from icons to text. We're going to apply these settings by saving changes. And then when we go back to our inbox, instead of the archive icon, we actually have the text icon. So that might be a little bit easier for us to get started. The next thing is that when on this left-hand menu bar, menu tab, we have lots of different labels and folders that we need to actually attend to at the beginning of Gmail, because Gmail automatically is sorting our messages for us. So down here at the bottom, we have some folders or labels that we need to make sure we're periodically checking these secondary folders, because Gmail may be diverting some important emails to these folders, but Gmail is absolutely trainable. So in the next video tutorial that I create, I will talk to you about how to make sure that your emails are going to the right folder. But for right now, we just want to make these more visible so that it's easier for you to access. And again, you would want to go to that settings menu or settings icon. But this time we're going to configure our inbox. And then you will have these different folders or tabs that we can activate. The first is social, that anything from social networks like Google Plus, that sort of thing. Since this is a professional Gmail account, I'm not going to activate that, but you can feel free to do that. Then promotions. This is typically what I would consider spam, but I know for a fact that Gmail is diverting some of my important messages there for right now. So I'm going to activate that. Updates would be anything that, any confirmations. I know that some flight information has been diverted there for some people if you are using this email account to update you on flights. So you could include that. Forums would be any forums that you participate in, like WordPress. And then you would select save. And then when we go back to our inbox and we refresh, you will see that we have these, we now have our tabs up here that we can very easily check and see if anything has been diverted into the wrong account. And then if we wanted to show or hide our tabs now, instead of going through the process we just did, we could simply select that plus button and it would bring up that same menu. Next, I want to talk to you about the different ways that we can organize and flag different emails. In the last video, I talked to you about just the simple starring important emails, but it can go a step further. Again, you're going to go to that settings menu, select settings. You're going to go down to the stars. It's preset to just have the one yellow star, but you can select 4 stars, or you can select all of the stars. Gmail, I think Outlook had 4 stars if I remember right, and you can, Gmail's going to default to these 4 that are up here, but we can determine which ones that we would like up there by simply dragging from in use to not in use. So let's say I wanted my yellow to be my important emails. I don't want to use the blue one, but I want to use the green one for anything from my admin. I like the check because maybe that's things that I've already taken care of that I don't have to worry about anymore, and that would be a really clear indicator of that. And then I want to use this question mark because that's something that maybe I need to do a little bit more research on. So I'm going to go ahead and use these 4, but you saw that I could just drag more up. I could apply all of them. I would go down, and of course I would be saving my changes. And now when I get to an email and I select the star, I would simply go through them very quickly to apply the one that I would like to apply to that particular email. So that is a very helpful system as well. I would like to talk to you about the labels here on this left-hand side. That is also very customizable. We if you select more, you can see all of the different labels and categories that we have that we can put different emails into, and we can make this work for ourselves. Again, we would go to the settings menu, select settings, but this time we're going to select the labels from the menu bar. And it has all of the different system labels there. It also has the different categories. And then here are some different labels or folders that I can create. I believe some of these were pre-created for me, but I can go in and I can easily edit those, or by either selecting the edit from the actions menu, or I can just simply click on them and I can edit and revise those. I can create a new one, a new label by creating new, and I could create ELA. And if I wanted to nest that under curriculum, so anything that had to do with ELA, I would nest it under that. And now I have a new folder or label underneath that. So that's another possibility too. If I ever wanted to go in here and remove anything, I would simply select remove and it would alert me that I was doing so. You would also want to make sure that you were selecting show on the ones that you actually want to see showing on this left-hand menu bar. So we could actually have some of those categories move up in our menu bar over here by selecting show. Anything that you think is important, like for example, I don't think that sent mail is something that I refer to too often, so I could select hide, and if you'll notice over here, that is going to go down further in my menu. But I do want to see all mail, and which we're going to talk about in a second. So then that moves all mail up much further. Maybe trash. I want to be able to trash something very quickly, and so maybe I want that up there. So you can very easily keep a system label very visible. And it can be sometimes frustrating when you can't see something. So make sure that you are making this as user-friendly as possible. And then if we go back to our inbox, I would like to talk to you a little bit about archiving. Archiving is a great way to make sure that your inboxes are not becoming too busy and it's not too difficult to find emails that you need. So, and a way to make sure that your inbox is really just allowing you to be dealing with emails that need to be taken care of or are very important, and just keeping, basically unread emails or important emails visible. So I recommend that you always archive important or emails that you are not dealing with or you've taken care of. Only delete emails that are absolutely just trash. It's very easy to find emails that you have archived by simply searching a recipient or even keywords. So either one, you can go ahead and search there. All of your archived email stays in all mail. So you can always find your archived mail there. So anyways, that is there's a few tips on your new Gmail account. Thanks for watching.